Hi guys, it's me again. So once we created our Gmail account, now we are going to be able to send emails to our friends, to our family, to companies. Not only send emails, but also receive emails. Okay, so let's navigate this page here and let's go here. Let's go to Gmail. So if you notice, I just I click on this part here, and when it showed the apps, I just clicked on Gmail and it sent me to this page right here. Right, so obviously this is brand new. There's nothing there. There's no emails at all. Uh, so let's say sometimes it could be a little bit confusing to see all these messages here. So for example, well, like right here they give you more information. Like it says here, customize your inbox, change profile image, import contacts in mail, get Gmail for mobile. I mean, it's more information. Personally, I like to keep this basic. I don't want to spend too much time doing, you know, I don't want to spend too much time on doing other things. I rather go straight to the point. Um, so in my case, I will just basically will just close that, so I don't get overwhelmed. All right, so well, it seems like we got an email from Google. Let's see what it says. It says, I just click on that. It says, mm, it says, welcome to Google. Your new account comes with access to Google products, apps, and services. Here are a few tips to get you started. So then you can read more and if you want to spend time on reading that, you can. Like I said, me, I don't really do that much. I just use email for sending emails. I use their calendar. Use Google Drive. So I pretty much know what I use, and so I don't get into a lot of stuff here. So okay, so let's say we want to send an email, right? So on the left side, under the M where it says Gmail, there is a section where it says compose, and then you see the plus uh, symbol. Just click on that, and then right here you see a little window. You can uh, collapse that or make it bigger. Let's say you want to make it bigger. I just on the right side there's different options here. If you want to make it bigger, if you want to close, or if you want to just make it disappear. But it's gonna be right here. So whenever you want to, let's say, continue sending your email, you can just do this or do that. Normally, I use like to do this. I don't, for me, it's enough to use this medium-sized window, right? So okay, so right here, when you're gonna send an email, you're gonna type the address, because that's how it's called, address or email address of the other person you're gonna send the email to, In this case, I'm gonna send an email to another of my Gmail accounts. So I'm just gonna type my address there. Um, in this case, because this is it's a new Gmail account, whatever I type here is not going to be registered. But once I start using different Gmail addresses, let's say I want to send an email for the second or the third time to the same Gmail address, which is this one right here. The second time, it will when I start typing, let's say Lovera, it will show that this email address is already registered. Like it's gonna be um, it will be saved by Gmail account, so you don't have to really type the whole Gmail address because it's gonna be already memorized by the system. All right, so this is your email address where you're gonna send an email to someone, right? A cool feature of this is that you can send one email or one message to several email addresses. Like if I want to add another one, um, I can use my other email address, which will be let's see this one right here. That's another Gmail address I have. Or not, actually, this is not from Gmail. This is from another company, Outlook, or live.com. So, so as you can see, I'm gonna send this email to two different email addresses, and you can just keep adding if that's something you want to do. All right, and then after you type after you type the email address you're gonna send your email to, you just gonna type a subject. This is very important because um, whoever is gonna receive your email, they're gonna see what the subject is about. What's the reason you are sending this? And especially if you are in the business world, this is gonna look your email very professional. So okay, let's say I want to. It's about the course, right? I can just type something very basic like. Uh, Okay, I'm gonna let's do this. And normally for subject, personally, I like to use capital letters. Okay, that's what I do. But you can use small letters if you want. So I'm gonna type basic. No, no, will be computer basics course, right? That's the subject. That's what I'm gonna talk about that, right? So whoever is gonna receive your email, they're gonna see right away. Oh, this is what this email is all about, right? And then once I wrote down the subject of this email, I'm gonna just type hi. Let's say the person. Well, I'm gonna use my own name, okay, because I'm sending this email to myself to a different account. So I'm just gonna say hi Fabian. Uh, Hi Fabian. And then you know something like here is the information about this course you requested. Let's say. something of that uh, nature, and then you can add more. Um, you can actually do attachment or send attachments. Like if I want to, like right here in the bottom or on the bottom rather, you're gonna see different features. Like okay, let's write this. Let's finish writing this down. So okay, this is here's the information about this course you requested. Um, this is a online course on Udemy. Um, this course will focus on three topics. You can put something like one, creating a Gmail account. Two, uh, create documents and put them in folders and save them in your computer or save them on your PC. Number three, transfer files to a external hard drive, right? So basically you are giving the information, right? You like I said, you wrote down the subject, and then you are, being formal, uh, addressing that person, and then uh, make it look nice as much as you can, and give them, be clear about what you're trying to address, and so on. So another cool feature about Gmail is that they correct you if you have a mistake. For example, right here it says, did you see these blue lines here? So if I click on that, it's correcting me, right? Like if I have a grammatical mistake, they will correct it. So now it looks better, right? And double check. Here's the information about this course you requested. This is an online course at Udemy. This course will focus on three topics. All right. Okay. So let's say I want to emphasize something, or just make something more noticeable. I can go here and click on that, and it will give me different options. Okay. So let's say I want to underline that, or even something better than that. Let's add some color. So I like to use the blue color, but first I have to do this. I have to highlight this information that I want them to notice, or differentiate between the what I'm trying to say here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna highlight this, and you can use your mouse, computer mouse, or the pad that you have on your computer, whatever you have. And I'm using my computer mouse, so I'm gonna use that. And I will recommend you, if you don't have one, I will recommend you to get it, because it will make things easier for you. So something like this is a wireless mouse, um, or you can have a one with a wire, so it don't really matter. Okay, so I'm gonna left click on my mouse. I'm gonna put where this line is. I'm gonna left click and just drag like that, and then just release the mouse. Okay, once I did that, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna click on this where it says text color, and you can read the message here. Like for example, if I put the mouse there, it says text color, and I go here, it says underline. Right here it says italic, bold, if you want to make the letters to look bold. Right, so you can see what this is all about. This is about the font. If you don't like this font, you can change it by clicking there, and it will give you several fonts there for you to customize your message. And this, for that, you'll have to really uh, explore. Right, you can create an email, or a message, right? Or how can I put it? Like you can just practice, right? You can just assume you're gonna send, or pretend that you're gonna send an email to someone, and start typing words, and then just come here and start exploring, and play around with this. Don't be afraid of clicking on things, because you're gonna learn by doing that. Okay, so right here I'm not gonna go in depth. uh, I'm just gonna just give you a few examples about what you can do here, right? Okay, so I highlighted this, and I want to add some color. So I'm gonna just click on here where it says text color, and I'm gonna choose a color. I normally like to use blue. So then once I do that, I'm gonna go here next to this text, and I'm gonna left click. But as you can see, that blue color is too dark, and so people are not gonna be able to read that. So I'm gonna redo this again. So I'm gonna highlight this again. Remember, left click on the mouse, and I'm gonna go to text color again and choose a softer color. All right. So now this is a combination of blue or dark blue and soft blue, or a lighter blue, right? You can play around with those colors as long you like how it looks, and as long the message is clear so people can read what it says, and you're good to go. So right, so it looks nicer, and it looks more professional. And let's say you want to keep adding things, like let's say if I want to change this letter, or I want that to look different, I can just do the same thing. I just highlight this, I go to where it says italic, and I click on that, and as you can see that now the letters are italic, right? So you can do things like that to make your message better. Don't overdo it. Like, just keep it, normal, not too, like, don't add too much things. Just as much as just to make it look nicer. That's all. that's what I will say. But you can do whatever you want with your Gmail account, right? All right. So and then this is very important. So I want to talk about that. So let's say you want to add something. Let's say you want to add like if you know if you notice when I put the mouse there, it says what attach files. So let's say I want to attach something. Even I can attach things like a document. I can attach audio files. I can attach pictures. So if I click on that, and this is good, so because at some point in this course we're gonna also talk about files. So let's click on that and see what happens. So you can see. I'm gonna click on that. And when I do that, this is gonna send me to my files. In this case, it sent me to my pictures. But let's say I don't want to send a picture. Let's say I want to send something else. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna click where it says desktop. And when I click on desktop, it's gonna let me see all my folders. All my folders here I'm able to see. All right, and not only my folders, but there's some other documents here that are that I didn't put in a folder for whatever reason. So I can see different things here. So whatever I'm gonna send, I can just basically send. So let's see what I can send here. Let's say I want to send a picture. So I click on I left click on the mouse and then it turned blue, right? So once it turned blue, then you're gonna go here and click open, and then I have different things here, but maybe this is not what I want to send. So I'm gonna go back to desktop, and this is just an example. I'm not really sending something even related with computer basics course, because right now I don't have anything saved here on my computer, but this is just an example. Okay, I think I know what I can send. So I know I'm taking long, but I didn't really. Okay, that's fine. So I'm gonna just attach something. In this case, I'm just attaching a PDF document. So I'm gonna, like I said, you're gonna basically click on the on whatever folder or document you're gonna send. In this case, I'm gonna click on work order. This is a PDF document. It's not even a folder. A folder will look like this. So you see this yellow icon here, and it looks like a folder, right? So in this case, I'm just gonna send a PDF document. So I click on that and then open. When I clicked on open, right here, it's right now. Basically, this is uploading my document, and so the document, the PDF document, is already here, and so I have all everything looks right. The information, the email addresses, the subject, the message, and my attachment. So it's ready for me to send. So I'm gonna just, after I double check everything looks fine, then I will click on send, and basically my first email is sent. So that's how you send an email. And also, once they send you an email, every time you want to, you see, like right now on my phone, I'm receiving the notification that I got an email uh, from that account that I just created, and I can see the subject here. It says computer basics course, and then all the information that is there. So this is a very practical way of communication. That's what people use nowadays. Very practical. You don't even have to go to the mail uh, office to send a letter. This is like sending a letter, right? But it's an electronic way to do it, right? So you're gonna save time, and it will be more practical. It could be frustrating sometimes, uh, but that's how technology is. But for the most part, it will be more practical. All right. Something I wanted to say is like every time you want to check your inbox, meaning the emails that they send you, just go here where it says inbox and click on that, and it will take you to your emails. Like for example, we just received one from Google Community, right? And if you want to read what it says, just gonna click on here. And then if you want to go back to inbox, just click on this what it says here on this arrow, where it says, actually it says back to inbox, right? And then you are there. Now, if you want, let's say you get an email that is important and you don't want to, because at some point you're gonna start receiving more emails and more. Um I would not recommend you to give, because sometimes when you are navigating on the internet and you see you go to a website and you want to see something, and they say, oh, we'll give you 10% off if you type your email, and you're gonna start typing your email in on these different websites. Sometimes it could be overwhelmed because all these companies are going to start sending you emails and emails and emails, and then there will be a point where you're gonna receive even thousands of emails. So I would recommend you to keep it basic. Don't give your email to a lot of websites, and just keep it just not just don't get overwhelmed by all these emails that people or companies are going to be sending you. So, okay, so let's say there's an email that's important to you and you don't want to lose it. Just you can basically, let's say this is an important one, right? And what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna click on the star. And so what that's gonna do, that's gonna keep those emails on top of the list, right? So you're never gonna lose them. Or you can just go to where it says starred and click on that, and it will show the emails that are starred, and so you're never gonna lose those emails. From here, I'm just gonna talk about what I use. So I use this one, start. Um, I use the send, like to see what emails I sent. So if I click on that, I will take me to the email we just sent, which is the computer basics course, and the attachment, right? So that, just to make sure, I do this just to make sure that I did send it, because sometimes people don't get the emails, but you can easily check if you send it, or to have an idea of what happened. Maybe you didn't type or didn't click on send and you didn't send it. and so this way you can see if you did send it or not. And there's more, options here. Um, Send drafts, important, shots, schedule, all mail, spam. Spam sometimes is for some emails that are not going to be shown here, but are going to be shown on the spam folder. Trash, if you want to delete an email, you can just send it to trash. Right? So basically, I'm just going through what I use normally. I don't use all the features. There is a lot of features, like for example, right here it says new meeting, join a meeting. So I'm assuming you can even make, you know, uh, video chat, stuff like that. So, you know, there is a lot of features. Okay, another feature that I want to talk is, let's go to the apps here on the right side on top next to the to settings. This is settings. I'm gonna talk about, uh, let's go to Google Calendar first. And I think, just not to make this video too long, we're just gonna talk about Google Calendar, and then we'll make another video to talk about Drive. So let's click on Calendar. And if you noticed on top, when I clicked on Google Calendar, there was another window that opened. These are called windows. Okay, on top of this, these are called windows. So let's say I want to close a window. Let's say I want to close this window that I just opened. I'm just gonna click on this little X, and that window is gone. But I can go back to that window, and I'm gonna click on here where the apps are, and I'm gonna click rather on where it says calendar, and again this window is gonna be open, and now we can see, um, the calendar, and obviously this message where it says welcome to your new Google Calendar. And basically this message, what it's saying is that you can download Google Calendar through Google Play on your phone, right? Also it talks about Apple, but we are not talking about Apple right now. This is for Windows 10. So yeah, if you want to, this is a cool feature, because if you download Google Calendar to your phone, you'll be able to to see your calendar on your phone as well. So if you add an appointment or an event on your calendar, either on your phone or on your computer, it's gonna automatically be added to all your devices where the calendar is. Okay, so right here I'm just gonna click on got it so we can get rid of that message. And so this is Google Calendar. It gives you different options. For me, I prefer to go to month, because right here, if you can see where the mouse is, it says week. But for me, I like to see the whole picture, so I always go to month. And even they give you a year, month, week, and day. But I want to go to month because I'm also a contractor. I do contracting work, and I like to see all my appointments. What do I have for the whole month, or the whole week? For example, right here when I clicked on where it says month right here, Now I can see January 2022, and right here where this blue dot is, that's the date, that's today's date, the 7th of January. Right here, obviously, we haven't added any event, but I will show you the way I add, in my case, appointments with customers. Okay, so this is a very, in my opinion, very practical to be able to see your appointments during the month. All right, so let's say I have to go and see a customer to give him or her a estimate, and let's say the customer already called me, and we agree that I will go to see the customer on Monday the 10th, January 10th, 2022, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna click on the day 10, which is a Monday. You can see the name of the days here, right? So I'm gonna double click on that, and then it's going to send me to this page here, right? And it says here add title. So what I do, I put the customer's name, let's say John, and like I said, I like to use capital letters. So let's say it's called John, and we can do John Doe for last name. And what I do, and this is not the best way to do it, but this is the way I do it. If you want to do the way this to do it this way, that you are welcome to do it. But if you have other method, that's okay. I mean, okay, this is the way I do it. So okay, John Doe, and then I add their phone number, right? So we're just gonna make up something. So let's say 773 345 3490, right? So that's what I'm gonna put there, the customer name. Or if you don't have a business, but you have an appointment with some of your friends, just put your friend's name and uh, your friend's phone number, right? Or just the name, whatever you feel like it. And then right here we have the like, for example, it says here January 10, 2022 to January 10, 2022. So I mean, like, if it's gonna be like some event that is gonna last days, let's say you're going to a conference, or you're going to vacation, then you can basically edit this, right? Like, just instead of January 10, you can just put January 15, let's say. So now it's gonna be 5 days of you going somewhere, or doing something during this time. Now, if there is a specific hour where you gonna, let's say you have to be there in that conference at certain time, you have two options here. You can just leave this where it says all day, so you don't have like a specific time. But if you have a specific time where you have to be there, you're gonna click on that, and it gives you now a time, or it gives you the option to add the time you're gonna be there. So let's say, in my case, I like to see my customers early in the morning, like around 8 a.m. So I put 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. That's my time frame, right? So now we have that, and then here I'm gonna delete this because my appointments just last 1 hour or 2 hours at the most. So, oh, I'm sorry. January 7th, January 7th. Okay. And then, so we have that, right? We have the name of the person, the phone number, the time, the days, or the day, and a cool feature that I like from Google Calendar is that you can add your you can add the location where this event or this appointment is going to be. I'm not gonna talk about Google Meet video conferencing because I don't use this feature. I use different apps for video chatting. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk about this. Again, you can explore, you can use all the features, but I'm just talking about what I use because I don't want to give you uh, false information. I don't want to make things up. Okay, so allocation, you just basically gonna type whatever the location is. And what I like about this feature is that let's say you type 243 Dempster, and it will give you different options. And because this is Google, Google have this other app, Google Maps. So a lot of addresses are already registered on the Google system. So sometimes I just type few words and then I can see the actually I typed this wrong. Uh, okay, so sometimes I'm not even finishing typing and then I can see the address that is already here. So I just type something like that. I mean, I just choose the address I'm looking for, right? And once you have that, then you can go to notification. I don't use this one. So what I use is these dots, like if you click on where it says select event color, I always use the tomato color because for me that means that it's important, right? So I always use that, but you can choose a different color if you want. I don't use this one where it says busy, or let's see what it says. Let's see what it's here. It says busy or free. I don't use this, but I do use add description. So whatever the description is, what you're gonna be doing that day, you can just add it. In my case, it's like give an estimate, or if it's, let's say, a painting project, I just put something like painting project estimate, right? So I can know, so that when I see the appointment or the event on the calendar, I can know what this is about, right? So that I don't get confused. So once you have this information typed, just click on save, and then now you can see that on January 7th of 2022 you have an appointment. It's already here. So if I click on that, you can have the option to either edit your event or your appointment, or even delete it. And there's more options here. For example, here we can read this message where it says you can also RSVP, join a video call, or perform actions like duplicating and transferring ownership. Double click on the event to make changes. Okay, got it. So like I say, if you click on that, you can either edit event, delete it, email guests, or options. You have more options here, okay? Uh, for me, I don't do, you know, like, a lot of stuff here. So for me, I can delete it or just edit the information there. Sometimes I don't have the address right away. They give me just the phone number. I just put the phone number, but then eventually I can add the address. But let's say I want to see the appointment. I just double click, and it sends me to this page again, right? And then save. And so yeah, so that's basically it. I mean, there is a lot of features here, but like I said, go and explore. Don't be afraid of click on things and see what happens. Do or what I'm trying to say is use whatever you can use um, from this um, from your Gmail account. So in the next video, we're gonna talk about Google Drive. Basically, we'll show you how to create a document and how to, once you are done creating it, to save it to your files. So see you in the next video.